So much for coming on. So we'll start right at the beginning. Hair removal, it's big for women, and it's even growing now with the brothers. The point is we all want to look smooth, we want to feel smooth as well. So the different techniques that are out there.
Well, we normally start, I think, in high school, we normally start with shaving. I think we've all been there where you start in high school, 13 years old, and all your friends are shaving and you want to do it as well. I had to actually borrow a razor from a friend because my mum wouldn't let me. But then, you know, in our 20s, we probably move on to waxing. So you don't have to shave every couple of days. But the thing with waxing as well, that you always have to have a little bit of hair growth left over to be able to let the wax get those hairs out. And then for me, when I had 2 kids, I didn't have time to pamper myself every 3 or 4 weeks and go to the salon. So I started experimenting with, you know, those depilatory creams that stink and are very messy, and even epilator that is very, very painful. But at least you can do it at your own time at home. But and then luckily I discovered permanent hair removal in the form of laser and IPL.
And for some people, when they think laser, they just, you know, yes, they've heard of hair laser removal, and it's just a little bit scary because you think, oh my goodness, laser, it seems so out there. But it really isn't something to be scared of, right?
I don't think it's something to be scared of, but I do think you do need to go to people who know what they're doing, to professionals. And I think that's where Sue can come in, and she knows all the ins and outs of the differences between laser and IPL. You do need to kind of do a little bit of research. There are obviously good machines and well-trained therapists, and not as in any treatments out there.
Okay, so just to go back quickly, you mentioned the creams. Do you know why they even stink? Do we even know why, or we just kind of handle it? I know for me, if it's one of those, you know, I'm married now, so I'm allowed to talk like this, a married woman, and you know, you want to have a nice night with your husband. I know I have to do it 2 days before, otherwise the night I am stinking. You cannot use the cream on the special night because you stink. Do we know why they stink?
I don't actually know. To be honest, I haven't used them in years. I think I tried them once or twice and thought, this is not for me. And
it's just not.
No.
It's like a bad hair relaxer. I'm telling you, it just stinks. It's like, and you know, and there's nothing sexy about it. This is why tonight we are having this conversation. Laser hair removal, the evolution of beauty. Ladies, no longer do you have to be cutting, nicking yourself, and no longer do you have to stink after making yourself look so smooth and beautiful. So when we come back after this quick break, we'll chat to Sue. Now, Sue's going to give us the details on the technology that's actually out there for laser hair removal.
It's been around since sort of the early 1990s, and most people are aware of it. There are a lot of myths and sort of fears around it, I think, especially with the early sort of systems that were out there. But I think not many people know about IPL, and I'm here to chat a little bit about that. IPL stands for Intense Pulsed Light, and it's a more modern light-based hair removal treatment than laser. The difference basically is that instead of having a single beam of light, like in a single color or wavelength, almost like a laser pointer, with IPL we have a broad spectrum of wavelengths. So we are able to perform more treatments across all our skin types or skin tones.
I'm glad you touched on that, because I know we say black don't crack. But I've got to say, time, stop laughing at me. Black don't crack, that's what they teach us. But the thing is, when you hear laser, in my head, I'm already kind of thinking, ooh, there goes my follicles, breaking my skin color. I'm going to look like a leopard pretty soon. You know, like some dark spots and then some light spots. So I don't need to be scared, right?
No, you don't need to be scared. Yeah, okay. I mean, basically the basis of all permanent or light-based hair removal is to basically get long-lasting or permanent hair removal, we need to destroy the follicle where the hair grows. So with IPL, we have controlled pulses of light, and it's absorbed by the pigment in the hair, and that heat's then transferred to the follicle, which is destroyed. We need several treatments over specific time intervals just to make sure we catch all the hairs in their appropriate phase of growth. But the fantastic thing about the latest IPL technology that we're using is we're able to treat all skin tones. So across the board, we've got different wavelengths that we can target for different skin tones.
Now, it's interesting that you're mentioning this and you're harping on it, the different skin tones. Now, one doesn't know this because you just go to a salon and say, okay, I'd like to have the hair removed. So is that important? Because then there are different wavelengths, you're saying, for the different skin tones.
Yes.
So it's important,
It's
right?
very important. You know, I think Annouchka touched on it. You know, there's a lot of places doing hair removal, laser hair removal, IPL hair removal. material. And you need to make sure you're choosing someone that really specializes in it. They need to be doing a full consultation with you, at least 30 minutes, where they're assessing your skin type, your skin tone, your hair type, doing a full medical history, medications you're taking, to make sure that they're going to adjust and customize a treatment program specifically for you. And the fantastic thing is the very latest generation of IPL technology, we are able to treat all skin types, so we can get fantastic results. We've got specific hand pieces that will work for the darker skin tones and the lighter skin tones.
Now, I've heard you mention them, you know, almost in two separate words, IPL and laser. Is it that they actually are different? Or
They are both light-based. But like I said, with the explanations, the only difference really is laser is a single wavelength. So you get a laser machine that will work for specific skin type, a specific treatment. You'll have different machines you'll have to use. Whereas IPL, you can do it all on one machine.
Okay.
But in terms of long-term results, with the new IPL technology, we've got fantastic results, up to 80 to 95% permanent hair removal with clinical proven results with certain systems. And it's very comparable to the laser hair removal results.
Very nice. So, Sue, when we come back, we want to chat to you again, because I'm sure there are some brothers listening, because many of brothers today, thanks to David Beckham, are taking pride in their looks, and this is something that one might consider. And I know for some sportsmen, the swimmers, the cyclists, you know, this is something that they might even want to consider as well. So when we come back after the break, we'll touch on that with Sue. Time, and I've been really good. But the one time, when I noticed, I was like, I saw the white of the skin. And like, I done did it. I done saw my cartilage. Oh no, man. So there are some crazy stories out there. So you're welcome to let us in. It's at Goodhope FM on Twitter. #NeverShaveAgain. You're welcome to share your stories. So before we went into a break, we were going to start having some fun with the fellas for a moment. I was saying there are some brothers out there, thanks to, you know, the term metrosexual or ubersexual, depending on which way you want to go, is that now men also have an option of removing the nasty hair that you like to leave us with. Anyway, so we're going to get into that with Sue. Sue, fellas also have an option. And let's start here just quickly. The backside crack, you know, the issue just over there, which they feel very friendly to share with us. I mean, look, it's just a messy situation. Number one, it just does not look pretty. Number one, why are your pants hanging so low in the first place? And then number two, so can they come for an IPL? It's okay for the brothers to come?
It's a huge trend, I think, an international trend that, you know, men are realizing that women prefer a smooth guy. So I think we've had a massive increase in the number of guys coming through to treat their chests, their backs, their shoulders, and also, you know, we've got the Brazilian, they've got the Brazilian.
Okay, you've got to give us details on the Brazilian. What's going on with the Brazilian?
Well, you know, it's a little bit about, you know, keeping it clean and smooth, and yeah, literally
So
we
are
can
you
treat.
gonna
we can
sh-
Well,
Shaving
naturally, from a young girl, you know, I started shaving very young. The moment that, you know, I sort of came aware of my femininity. And that is time-consuming. And as I got a little bit older, I tried various different things. Waxing, which is painful. Creams, which didn't work well for my sort of hair type, if I can put it like that. And when I've discovered IPL, I thought, well, I haven't got time for shaving, time for waxing. I'm going to go through this process, and I'm going to be smooth for life. And obviously I went in and I knew nothing, and I did go through, just like Sue spoke, that professional consultation process where they did all these tests to make sure that my skin, you know, it didn't react, or how my hair follicles were, and all these types of things. And then I went undergo the procedures. And of course, naturally, right in the beginning, I was so scared that it was going to be very painful, because obviously inside I'm just a big baby as well. And it's not, surprisingly. And since then, you know, I've spoken to a lot of girls who want to go through the procedure but are too scared to, because they're scared of the pain. And it's actually not painful at all. And where I am currently, I've been for about 4 sessions already. So I've only got about 2 or 3 left to go until I am officially smooth for life.
Oh my, smooth for life, girl. Let me tell you something. You save a little bit of cash in there. You can get your sexy underwear with that extra money. Because then you're not buying the, you know, you're not buying the razors, you're not buying the creams, you're not trying to get the wax. Tell me, B, I know you're also somebody who usually, you into the waxing thing whenever I, you know, the wax. And let's be honest, it's painful.
It is freaking painful. What are you talking about, girlfriend?
It is so. And having
Terrible.
also to do it yourself, it's
Yes.
also like a little bit, you know?
It's like
Yeah,
masochistic, man. You're like
Masochistic.
pulling your
Exactly.
hair. You're hoping that no one's listening to you screaming in the room, just in case they want to call like 10111. Next minute, like,
Exactly.
sorry, is there like a problem in your?
No, I was
it's
just removing
wax.
hair. Exactly. Well, there you have it. And this was the whole point of tonight, is just to educate you that there are other ways of doing things. The evolution of beauty. And hallelujah for brains and smartness. Now we have technologies like IPL. So hashtag never shave again. You're welcome to share. Also hashtag hair free, carefree. Go for it. Share with us what's going on. You're welcome to share your stories. If you're having a look at our Twitter handle at Goodhope FM, you'll get more information on, you know, also where else you can get some more information on IPL, where to get it, what, you know, what's going on with it, and that kind of thing. So ladies, thank you so much for coming in. It was absolutely awesome having you ladies in studio. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Looking absolutely gorgeous. And then I think I had a question for Sue, but I may have missed it now. Okay, so we've covered the brothers, and they can also go for this. And also, ladies, there's a way in asking your special partner about going. You don't diss them. You don't be nasty with them. You just maybe invite them to, you know, have a look, see what it is all about. The whole point is, a lot of the time we fear what we don't know. You know, is that saying, you fear the unknown? And when you don't know, you are scared, and then you don't do something. Now you know. It's not painful. It's affordable. It's called IPL. Go and check it out. It's a new technology in how we can remove our hair. 6 to 8, 9 weeks? Hair free forever. Hallelujah to that.
Yes.
Okay, look, I've got to be honest though. It's going to be quite interesting with the different cultures, because I know when I told my mom the first time I wanted to get a razor to shave, she was like, Daddy, what? What's this shaving? She says to me, I've never shaved my whole entire life. I'm like, yeah, you just put on a bit of, you know, petroleum jelly and you're good to go. And then she just shines, literally. I don't know, maybe she was born with not much hair, but she just puts on a bit of lotion and her legs are shining. You know, but I don't have that situation. I could be Michael Jackson Tim's cousin, because I've got that much, you know, hair grows. So this is great. I'm very excited. Thank you so much, ladies. IPL, it is out there. It's a new technology. Go and check it out. It is, you know, it's great for both men and women. We've got Brazilian and Brozilian. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.